Hey guys, what's up? This is 9th October's question answer discussion. Let's see the very first question, guys. First question is given a statement. You guys just have to comment on that statement. And the statement is tyranny of democracy undermines the democracy. Means the autocraticness what is prevailing in at present democracy, it is undermining the values of what democracy is, right? So how to start, guys? Of course, here democracy is keyword, so you just have to write the definition of it, what democracy is, right? First of all right, next you have to just see the part that how you can expand this part. Now the question here is simply just follow the directive of the question that the autocraticness in democracy is undermining the democracy. Then what are the reasons, what are those tyrannies? You have just have to mention those tyrannies, right? So just you have to miss in simple terms, you have to write the reasons what are undermining the present day democracy. Now third point is after this democracy is getting undermined, what are the consequences, right? That is the third part. And since this is a problematic question, so if you are writing a way forward points, then that will add on to your answer, so I'll suggest you to write it, right? So let's start with the answer, guys. Now first you have to write the definition of democracy, right? What democracy is. And not only in the oh my god, not only the Indian context, because since it is this statement is open-ended question, so you can incorporate the international aspects also. All right, so in world, that's why I have written world, right? Now countries, different countries are having different versions of democracies, first of all, but the real democracy actually exists when there is no autocracy, or the whenever some sort of decisions are to be taken, those decisions are to be taken by in a amicable manner, right? Now let's see the part of the this answer. What are the reasons which are undermining the present day democracy? The first reason you can put forth here is imposition of majority rule on the minority, and you can give the Myanmar example also, right? Because Myanmar there is cleansing or ethnic cleansing. Why? Because few of the Buddhist monks are telling that these are terrorists and all. So that's why they are, this is quite open to the whole world that their ethnic cleansing is happening, but the Myanmar government is not they are just telling that these are terrorists, that's why we are just removing them, right? So this must not happen. See, that is also a democratic country, all right, because after the elections it has got the tag of democracy. So that's why I'm just telling that these are the things which are happening under the democracy, which is not the actual real value of what democracy is. Next is autocracy in the name of maintaining world peace and security is being done by the example I've taken is United Nations Security Council, because there, see, world is a democratic institution, right? So everything must be within the democratic limits, but here it is being seen that few of the institutions that like United Nations Security Council are they are uh, sorry guys, I'm so sorry, actually my health is not that good, but anyways, so these institutions are being handled by just 5 countries, right? P5 countries, right? Means whatever is being the decision regarding international peace and security are been taken by just the 5 countries. So this must not be happen, since the world is a democratic institution, right? So everyone's said must be heard, right? So which is not actually heard. Next is it is being seen that money muscles has undermined the democracy, which is usually seen in elections, because in elections it is being seen that those people having the money, they are winning the election. But democracy, what does democracy means the people who are actually doing something for their society, they are they must win the elections, but those people are winning who are having the money power. So these are somewhere the reasons which are undermining the present day democracy. Next is religious shadowness is one of the reason you can put here, that people by their own will in the name of democracy. Example is means few of the sections of the society are imposing their own will on the in the name of majority elections winner, right? Say for example, some political party is there, Hana, in ruling, and he's having some certain type of ideology, right? So he wants to put that ideology over the minority section also, who have not given vote to that political party, right? Say for example, you can take different examples, like you can take the example of Pakistan also, because in Pakistan there is they in the name of Sunni and Shia thing, all right, they are, like the Taliban present over there in Pakistan are bombing the Shia mosque, right? So this is some where the value of democracies are getting undermined in the democratic countries, right? Next is regular elections are also, you can put the reason that these are also resulting in lack of the actually democratic thing, right? How? Because due to, oh my god, okay, because due to these regular elections, what is happening is like there is lack of effectiveness of the political parties, because political parties, rather than they are doing their political work, they are mainly focusing on what, how to, win the elections, right? So this must not happen. Next is media. This is the fourth, considered to be the fourth pillar of democracy, but still that has diluted because there are few media channels in our India who are, totally politically inclined. So this must not happen, right? Now, what are the consequences of this undermining of this democracy? It may further undermine the constitutional mandate, like the dilution of judiciary position, which is being recently seen by the central government of our India, है ना? Because they just wanted to dilute that position because they just don't want that collegial system to prevail anymore, right? Next is change in developmental narrative are also there through this. I mean, the consequences are that there is change in developmental narrative. Say, for example, a political party of certain ideology is in the power, so he'll tell that, okay, whatever I feel that is development, that is development, not what you feel, right? So this is not good, right? Because we have already discussed in the definition part that what democracy is can be upholded only when, there is amicable decision between different sections of people, right? Next is social order is also getting disrupted because incidents of communism are also being seen in society due to this, right? Now, what is the need way forward? As I've already discussed you, there must be amicable decision making in international as well as national perspective. International perspective, I have already given the example of United Nations Security Council, all right? There must be amicable decisions within all the stakeholders, all right? Next is in national perspective also, you can write that many news are coming, so you can incorporate any of the examples you want to take, right? Next is frame legislations to plug the loopholes which are disrupting the democratic fabric. Say, for example, the media example what I have given you. And now another example I'm giving you, that there is a, we have often read about the media is people are purchasing fake articles, promoting themselves, right? So this is the loophole where there is no legislation. If there comes some sort of legislation where the fake news is, there will be strict actions against the fake news or the paid news. So then the democratic fabric will not be disrupted, right? So you can put it. Next is, guys, wherever possible, independent institutions must be framed which is free from politics. Say, for example, the institutions like CAG, institutions like the election commission of India, so they are totally independent, right? They are not coming under the political any political umbrella, right? So they can take very liberal decision, and which is good for democracy, right? So those kind of things must happen. So this is over. Your answer is over. Next is critically evaluate the performance of Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. Now, you just, since it is written that critical evaluation. Now, since the keyword here is Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, you just have to write a bit about, means whatever the facts you know about Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. Then you have to write the features of it. Since it is a critical evaluation, so you have to write the governmental features of it. You have to write the the good thing about it, that what are the areas where it has got success, and next is you have to write the challenges which are coming for the real implementation of this Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. Now here, guys, I've written about the the facts about Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, that it is being implemented by Ministry of Labour and Employment, and it is a health insurance scheme which is giving beneficiaries to the BPL and those people who are directly joined with informal sector. And it has the aim to protect the family against the shocks of the expenditure on health, right? As well as it helps in reducing the out of pocket expenditure. Now, what are the features of it, guys, which is mentioned by the government? It covers 30,000 rupees, of course, as a health insurance, which is being given by to the BPL families or the people associated with informal sectors through the health insurance companies, right? Next is smart cash paperless health insurance scheme is this, and this has no age limit to enroll, right? Anyone can enroll. The condition being you just have to be a BPL or a person associated with informal sector. Now, what are the achievements of it, guys? Now, let's come under the achievement. It is being said that it has covered around 50% of the BPL families in total India. All right, and migrant and families has got a greater help, because migrant families, in the sense, say for example your family lives in Bihar. Now, the husband goes to work in Gujarat. All right, now what will happen is, since the husband is going to Gujarat, then if any time there comes a situation where the children are getting sick or some sort of medical help is required to them, then they, through this health card, that health card that has been given under Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, they can directly take money from insurance companies, right? Means that his husband didn't have to come to give money to Bihar and all, right? So this is what I mean to say by telling that migrant families are getting great help through this. Now, it is also being seen that there is increase in health services, and accessibility of the services in private and government hospital has also been increased. And one major thing, that is awareness about awareness regarding the healthcare system to the poor has seen manifold increase through after the implementation of this Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. Now, the loopholes, I mean the disadvantage of this scheme is lack of quality services. All right, quality services couldn't be ensured. Beneficiaries are not getting credited. Corruptions has been seen in this sector. Means, say for example, there is a poor people who is having that health card, right? He has taken 30,000 rupees to the hospital, and the clerk who is sitting in the hospital, he takes 2,000 as a commission, right? So that is what corruption is. Corruptions are still being seen, because these are the people who are from the poorer background, right? So, and they are facing these corruption charges. Next is varied services is being seen at different states. Say for example, tier 2 cities are there, right? But the tier 2 city must, the infrastructure level of this tier 2 cities and the population level of this tier 2 cities is huge than this tier 2 city, then it is being seen that the services, amount of services in this is greater, right? See, these kind of things must not happen, right? Means everything must be, there must be homogenized type of service delivery to every state. Next is cost, that is 30,000 rupees, which is being allotted under Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, is considered to be very low, right? Because with respect to increasing inflation nowadays, these costs must also be changed, right? It means these are the allegations which are against this scheme. Next is fraudulent expenditures are also shown by hospitals, where it is being seen that if you miss hospitals, they know that the poor people is getting 30,000 rupees, and say for example the charge is 20,000 rupees only, so they'll do something to manipulate this 20,000 figure into somewhere near around near 30,000 figure, right? So that will, I mean, these are the kind of fraudulent expenditure that has been done for them, right? So these are few of the negative thing which you can show regarding this Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana in your answer, right? So guys, this was all about it. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you very much.